From the PEP Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are following at this hour. The president said he was considering 4 people for Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell's replacement. Among the top on his list are his current economics director, Kevin Hassett, and former Fed Governor Kevin Warsh. I think Kevin and Kevin, both Kevins are good, Trump said during an interview on CNBC Tuesday morning. He said 2 other people were in consideration, not one of them, current Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who has indicated to Trump that he wants to stay where he is. It'll be one of 4 people, he said. We're going to make a decision soon. Trump says the EU will pay 35% tariffs if $600 billion in investments don't come through. Trump told CNBC hosts that 35% tariffs will kick in with the European Union if they don't make good on promised investments in U.S. goods. The president was asked what teeth were in deals to force European officials to make good on their pledges. Trump initially said the EU was paying $650 billion, but then rounded the figure down to $600 billion. We're a rich country again, Trump said, adding that the $600 billion investment can go in anything I want. Trump threatens eventual 200% tariffs on pharma. The U.S. president said imported pharmaceutical drugs could eventually face tariffs as high as 200%. This despite telling the public that he had lowered drug prices 1,500%. I don't think he understands how percents work. Anyway, we want pharmaceuticals made in our country, Trump said in the CNBC interview. Trump said tariffs on pharmaceuticals will be initially small, but that he would hike it to 150% or 200% over the subsequent year and a half. The president also said he would announce tariffs on semiconductors and computer chips. In other news, Attorney General Pam Bondi has directed the Justice Department move forward with a probe into the origins of the Trump-Russia investigation following the recent release of documents aimed at undermining the legitimacy of the inquiry that established that Moscow interfered on the Republicans' behalf in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Bondi has directed a prosecutor to present evidence to a grand jury after referrals from the Trump administration's top intelligence official, a person familiar with the matter said Monday. That person was not authorized to discuss it by name and spoke on condition of anonymity to the Associated Press. Fox News first reported the development. It was not clear which former officials might be the target of any grand jury activity, where that grand jury might ultimately hear evidence will be located, or which prosecutors, whether career employees or political appointees, might be involved in pursuing the investigation. It was also not clear what precise claims of misconduct Trump administration officials believe could form the basis of criminal charges, which a grand jury would have to sign off on for an indictment to be issued. And finally, for the past decade, Sukra Ayaz has traveled door to door in southeastern Pakistan, pleading with parents to allow children to be vaccinated against polio as part of a global campaign to wipe out the paralytic disease. She hears the demands and fears. Some are practical. Families need basics like food and water more than vaccines. Others are simply unfounded. The oral doses are meant to sterilize their kids. Amid rampant misinformation and immense pressure for the campaign to succeed, Ayaz said some managers have instructed workers to falsely mark children as immunized. And the vaccines, which must be kept cold, aren't always stored correctly, she added. In many places, our work is not done with honesty, Ayaz said. The World Health Organization and partners embarked on their polio campaign in 1988 with the bold goal of eradication, a feat seen only once for human diseases with smallpox in 1980. They came close several times, including in 2021, when just 5 cases of the natural virus were reported in Pakistan and Afghanistan. But since then, cases rebounded, hitting 99 last year, and officials have missed at least 6 self-imposed eradication deadlines. Afghanistan and Pakistan remain the only countries where transmission of polio, which is highly infectious, affects mainly children under 5 and can cause irreversible paralysis within hours, has never been interrupted. The worldwide campaign has focused most of its attention and funding there for the past decade. That's the news at this hour. If you are watching our videos on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Download the Live 365 app to take PEP Radio with you wherever you go. Coming up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.